So how's everybody doing today? Today I'm going to be talking a little bit more about a condition called hypochondria, otherwise known as somatic. I've been following this doctor. Her name's Dr. Tracy Marks. This woman is phenomenal at what she does, man. The research this woman puts in, the content she puts out, maybe a YouTuber, researcher afterwards, man, she's phenomenal. Today she's really given me a massive eye-opener. I see another video of hers and I thought it's a subject I'd like to talk about, and it's called hypochondria, okay, and it's otherwise known as somatic. So I'm going to go into a little bit of detail about what this condition is, because I believe a lot of people with anxiety suffer from this problem, and hopefully what I tell you makes you open your eyes up and makes you realise that shit ain't that bad, man. It's all in here. It's all about growing your confidence back, and these conditions are false, okay, and life will be better. So keep watching and hopefully you enjoy. Okay, so let's look at the word somatic. What does it mean? Well, somatic means your body, and it usually targets people who are highly distressed. People who suffer from anxiety, right? It's true. Okay, so what it does is it puts your body on a 24-hour scan and it looks for any type of symptom it can mimic into being a worse symptom than it already is. Irrelevant to how many doctors you've gone and seen, irrelevant to how many ECGs you might have had, irrelevant to how many brain scans you had. You just don't believe it. You're always going to mimic it into being 50 times worse than when it's really just a normal common issue. So let's take an example, for instance. Somebody who's highly distressed, somebody who suffers with anxiety, they like to make things 10 times worse than what they really are. They get onto Google and they look at something what's so common like a headache, and they relate it to something like brain cancer, for instance. Now, brain cancer is like number 10 out of 10 on the scale. A headache's like 1 out of 10. Okay, and someone who suffers from anxiety and has got a somatic condition will trick themselves, and their brain will trick themselves into thinking that every little pain they get in their head is a bad condition. Okay, and now your brain is in a habit, okay, and it's searching for this headache to make you feel 10 times worse than what it really is when you're normally just fine. So your brain will send out false signals of what the 10 out of 10 symptom is and make you feel like you are suffering from this when you really ain't. So it'll make you start feeling unbalanced, like people who've got cancer in the brain do. They feel unbalanced. Okay, it'll start making you feel dizzy. Like people who have brain cancer, they start feeling dizzy, but it's just a normal headache. So a theory was put together by a famous Russian scientist by the name of Pavlov, and what he studied was learning theories and classical conditioning. So his theory was you could get the same reaction out of a potent stimulant and a neutral stimulant. And I'll tell you how he did it. Pavlov put his theory to the test. So he got a dog, right? Okay, and he got some meat, and he realised that when he held the meat up in the air, the dog produced saliva. So he gave the dog the meat. So the next time he went to go feed his dog, he brought a bell along with him. So he held the meat up in the air and he rang the bell, okay? And the dog was still producing saliva. So he fed the dog. He carried on doing this until one day he removed a piece of meat, okay? And he just rang the bell, and he noticed that the dog was drooling, okay? Because what's happened now is the dog has associated the bell with the meat, and this is kind of how it works in our brains. We associate a normal common thing with a bad thing. Okay, so anxiety, it's a free-floating thing, man. It floats around all day long with people who suffer from it. And what it does is, it'll relate back to a time when in your nervous system or your neurosystem, you had this one body sensation, okay, and it's looking for the sensation, and it's going to make it feel as if it's 10 times worse. So what do? You jump back on Google. You might have a chest palpitation. It's totally common. It happens to everybody. Palpitations are a common thing, believe it or not. Not regular palpitations, but just palpitations. So you go on Google, right, and you find this lady now, and she shared her story, and Google is the worst thing you can do by far. Do not research anything on Google. Listen, if you've had medical clearances done, you're fine. I know it's hard to take this information on board, but you are fine. Mark my words, you are fine. These people are trained professionals. So let's go right back to the story now. You go on Google and you type in, what does it mean when I have a chest palpitation? And then you find a story about Betty, okay? And the night before Betty went to bed, she had a chest palpitation. The next morning, what happens to Betty? She dies. Automatically, your brain will store this information and make you feel, because of this somatic condition, being a hypochondriac, you will feel that you and Betty are in the same pod, okay, and you have the same symptoms as Betty. So then what do? You go back to the doctors again, okay? You go to the doctors, he tells you yet again, you're fine, there's nothing wrong with you, everything's fine. You leave, you go back home, then you notice another symptom, and you collide the two together. You go back onto Google again. So now we had a chest palpitation, and now you've got a bit of shortness of breath. You've now added another symptom for your brain to register and fuck around with you and make you feel that you've got a serious issue when you really don't. So what treatments do people have who suffer from this condition with anxiety? Okay, there's a drug called serotonin. Okay, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right yet again. My vocabulary ain't the best, but it's called serotonin. Or you've got things like Prozac. Okay, who the fuck wants to take medication from a pharmacy? Listen, that shit is the devil. Okay, there's natural remedies, okay, to fixing this problem, and it's CBT. Okay, so research the word CBT. It's great. It gets you working your mind correctly again. It makes you build your confidence back up again. Okay, so I would say it's doing 4 or 5 stages right now. Stage 1. Okay, make sure there is nothing medically wrong with you. Okay, go get a medical clearance. Once you've got medical clearance, jot that down in a bit of paper. You now know that there's nothing wrong with you. You can relate back to that. Make a journal, okay? Stage 2, find a trained professional, okay? You can find some people on YouTube, you can find people all over the place who are trained in CBT, okay? Stage 3, don't search things on Google, okay? Whatever you do, Google is the fucking devil, okay? Just don't do it, and just realise that anxiety is a curable thing, and the worst thing you can do is feel it. So I hope today this little bit of information helps you out, and I hope you took some good little pointers out of this, and I hope your life becomes a better place. So yeah, today was about a condition, okay, and hopefully I explained that condition well to you lot. Look, I'm still learning about myself, and it's a path. You got to take a path in life to the right way, okay? And I've decided I'm ready to challenge this, and the way I challenge things in life, I like to know my enemy inside and out. And believe me, I'll win. Hopefully one day I'll get my degree in this. Hopefully one day I can become a life coach to people who are in need. So I just want to remind you lot, you're not the only one, and I'll keep saying it to my last breath. Okay, I know it feels like you might be the only one, but you're not, okay? There's a lot of people in this boat, and there's a lot of people who can help us out. So yeah, it's just about getting the right advice and believing in yourself, man. And it all boils back down to confidence.